Welcome to Study Loop.
We're going to use a t-distribution here since the sample size is small at 4 and the population standard deviation is not known. What we do know is that the sample mean is $60, that the sample standard deviation is $13.50, the sample size is 4, and we're using a confidence level of 90%, so our significance is 0.10. Alright, so we want to find a 90% confidence interval, and so that would be the sample mean plus or minus the critical t times the standard deviation over the square root of the sample size. So we've got 60 plus or minus. We need to find the critical t when the degrees of freedom is 3. That's 1 less than the sample size. The critical t value would be 2.3534, the standard deviation 13.50, and the sample size 4. And now to 2 decimal places, the lower boundary would be found by subtracting 60 minus 2.3534 times 13.5 over the square root of 4. And that's $44.11, and the upper boundary is found by adding, and that's $75.89. The margin of error is the second portion of that confidence interval, and that is $15.89. And then interpret the results. Well, the confidence interval provides a range within which we can be confident. In this case, it's 90% confident that the true population mean lies. The margin of error is the range above and below the sample mean that accounts for the uncertainty due to the small sample size. So I would go with choice A. If a large sample of mobile devices are taken, approximately 90% of them will have repair costs between these bounds.